H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is? It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Thursday, Baby Friday. We affectionately call it Baby Friday because the Chop Shop is not aired on Friday. So this is our Friday. And we just have a great time today. Hey, we're going to get a great show today. Got some stuff I want to share with y'all. So much stuff. Let me see who else we got. We're going to shout out to our starting five first. These are the 5 people that sign up to the feed first. Via Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We got D. Holcomb. We got Rod Wells. We got, who is that? Chris Charles, Kevin Lewis, and who else have we got? Hold on a second. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me put my thing down there behind me. Okay, I like that. Kevin, who else? What I said? Kevin Lewis. Then we got Jeremy Davis. And Jeremy Davis on both of them. Boy, he got it going on. What's up? The sixth man of the day is Thaddeus Moody. But what's up, everybody? I got some stuff just want to share with y'all. Hey, Kim, where you been? Kimmy, what's happening? Y'all got a new coach yet? Kim, we got the Silver Fox in the building. You know I need y'all today. Today. So let's just go and start off. Share the show. What's up, Todd? Share the show. We'll give him a few more minutes. You know, I want to shout out to, I thought about something last night. It's just so much stuff. Chris Walker be on shortly. No Jimmy today. Chris Walker be on shortly. I got something for y'all, man. I'm trying to find it. You know, I have some big news. First of all, what's up, Ivan Pettit? I have some big news to report to you golf fans. If you're a golf fan, or if you're just a fan of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, after a 9.5 month after a surgery that incredibly serious car accident, Tiger Woods literally almost had to have his leg amputated. I don't know if y'all know that. It was busted up real bad. And arguably the best golfer of all time is returning to competitive play on December the 16th. Tiger is playing with his 12-year-old son, Charlie, in the PNC Championship from Orlando, Florida. This is something that Tiger's talked about in a press conference a week and a half ago. He said that he was going to pick and choose the tournaments that he play in, but nobody expected him to be coming this soon. The fact that Tiger's going to play golf in 2021 it's crazy. But he said in his return, I want to read it to you. He said, although it's been a long and challenging year, I am very excited to close it out by competing in the PNC Championship with my son, Charlie. I'm playing as a dad, and I couldn't be more excited and proud. Guys, were you surprised to see he come back for so soon? I'm just, just about a month ago, he was limping. Kenneth Lofton, he was limping around. But it's a dad and sons tournament. Former pro golfers or pro golfers, they play with their sons in a tournament. Can you imagine the gate and the TV eyeballs that's going to be on this tournament because Tiger back? He moves the needle, y'all. He moves the needle economically. And I hope, he probably did. I hope he charged an appearance fee for him to show up because the gate going to go up. He's not going to be, he said he's not going to be crazy serious about it. He's saying he's just playing as a dad and just hope, enjoy it. Just take some of the pressure off. Just think about it, y'all. Less than 10 months ago, he almost lost his whole leg. To come back from this in less than a year, this is an awesome. It's going to be fun. It's going to Orlando. I might get a chance to go down there next week. I got a lot of friends that live there. Yeah, I might make it down there. Okay, I really might make it down. I was thinking about it. Somebody, I saw this tweet too. I was gonna put it up on the board, but I'm gonna read it to you. Hey, Anson Fowler, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Talking to us, talking to me, talking to you. They said, stop buying your kids what you never had and start teaching them what you never knew. I'll repeat that. Stop buying your kids what you never had and start teaching them what you never knew. Just thought about that. Thinking about Tiger. Check little Charlie out, y'all.
Aggressive as he is off the tee, he stays in beautiful balance with the iron shots.
And he was posing on that one, Kay. Posing like Dad did so many times in his career right after shot. Oh, the club twirl. He's got.
Stop buying your kids what you never had. Start teaching them what they never knew. Thought about that for us today. But I saw some things. I want to share some stuff. I saw this morning. Pat McAfee left millions of dollars on the table when he left. Thank you, Barry. When he left and retired from the NFL. Okay. He wanted to start creating content. Chop shop, creating content. And people thought he was insane. Now, just 4 years later, he just signed a $120 million deal with FanDuel, or roughly 8 times what he made in the NFL. That's legendary. And the reason I share that with y'all, on this show, we talk about the accomplishments of our young people, daily. What's up there, Chuck McGowan? Daily, we talk about the accomplishments of your kids, and we talk about the accomplishments of all the kids in the basketball community. We talked about Thomas Fields, the young guy brilliant young guy who invented and developed the grind machine. And we talk about stuff our young people are doing. Not necessarily. See, we got to start highlighting our young guys that come from this community, this basketball community, and just start highlighting other things that they can do. Because everybody's not going to go to the NFL. Everybody's not go to the NBA. You follow me? So if you follow the practice that I've been doing and trying to highlight things like this, when I know about it, I do something about it. But something a few months ago, y'all, tell me if y'all remember this or not. I want to share this with y'all. I wasn't going to do it, but I got to share it because I got to share it. Check this out. Do y'all remember this? Tell me something. Anybody, just put on the feed. share the show because this going to be important. Y'all need to share the show right now. Do anybody remember this? A new Timberwolves owner, Mark Lowry, remember that name, Alex Rodriguez, state intention to buy the Minnesota Timberwolves. They bought them, okay? They already been bought. It's Mark Lowry, Alex Rodriguez. I remember I introduced them, Mark Lowry, on the show a long time ago and told y'all what he meant to me. I've been knowing of him for a long time. Kerry Holmes, remember? I just want to know who else remembered this. Who else remember me talking about this guy, Mark Lowry? I know everybody know A-Rod, but I want to know who remember me talking about Mark Lowry and his intentions on buying the Minnesota Timberwolves and how it came personal to me, right? Mark Lowry happened to be in Scott Hilton. Google him too, Scott Hilton. They happen to be mentors of my son. My son, when he got out of college, he went and worked at Jet.com. When you Google these guys, let me get him out the way so I can put me in there. He went to work for Jet.com. That's this company that Mark Lowry and Scott Hilton owned. My son happened to, I guess whatever he did, he impressed on them guys. They were mentors to him, okay? And I remember I told y'all that. They were mentors to him. I think I mentioned this on the show. This is why it's important for us. We got to understand, use basketball to get you somewhere else, to get somewhere. If you don't make it to the league, I'll never forget my son said, Dad, but then if I don't make it to the league, I'll just buy a team. That's what he told me a long time ago. This how we got to start getting our youth to start thinking. Carry home. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Chuck. Chuck, now follow me, Chuck. Mark Lowry, remember that name, right? Okay. All right, I'm going to take y'all some. I'm going to give y'all some visuals here. This is, let me see. That it? What did they just say? What? Y'all read that with me. Jet founder, hey Karen, Mark Lowry plots U.S. expansion of food delivery business, a one-stop shop for cooked meals. Carry home. Check that out. I wish I can blow that. Let me try to blow that picture up for y'all. I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see the vehicle for a reason. I want y'all to see the vehicle. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to make it bigger. Oh, there you go. Take a look at that vehicle. All right. That's a Mercedes truck by Wonder. Look at the name of the company, Wonder, right? Everybody follow me, okay? I'm giving y'all some visuals on how young kids out of our community can go out there and change the world. Hold up. Let me make it smaller again. Hold up, y'all. I'm sure. There we go. Okay. That's Mark Lowry. Now look, what it say? Mark Lowry, Jet founder. What's the name of that company I said my son worked there for when he got a Jet? It's called not Jet Magazine, Jet.com. It was a e-commerce company similar to what's the name of the company? Amazon. Okay? That was Amazon's rival a while back until Amazon just got too big. So Mark, what happened, Walmart, who didn't have an e-commerce arm, instead of developing their own e-commerce arm, guess what? They bought Jet and made it a part of Jet. So Mark Lowry, my son, all of those guys had to work for under Walmart. And I don't know if you remember a few years back, if you go and Google Walmart's internet presence, e-commerce presence, it grew 40% under these guys' leadership. All right? Jet.com. You got to read this article. Let me read a little bit about the article first. I think I got some of it in there. Hold on. This is important. I'm gonna show you why this is important to our basketball community. Okay? Entrepreneur Mark Lowry announced He is CEO of the food tech company Wonder Group. Remember that name, Wonder Group, which includes Wonder, an on-demand food truck business, and Envoy, a meal courier platform. In other words, that van, well, let's say, Mindy, you and your husband don't feel like cooking this evening. Y'all on this app, you go to this app. I'm just going to explain this thing to you. It's very important to me. Then you're going to understand why I'm explaining it to you. You go to this app, and you can have a gourmet meal inspired by the legendary Bobby Flay and some of the top chefs in the world. Okay? They'll pull up to your door, cook the meals. The meal be cooked in the van, in that van that I just showed you. Let me put it back up there. Let me put it back up there. Okay? And brought right into your house, fresh, hot, right into your house. Okay? This is what he's doing. Check this out. Check this out. We can talk about the Rockets later. This important. This more important than the Rockets, Michael Garcia. I'm gonna explain to you later. What I'm talking about now is way important than some damn Rockets. Check this out, Chuck McGowan. It said next year, Lori and his partner Scott Hilton plan to bring Wonder and Envoy to Westchester County, New York, parts of Connecticut, northern central New Jersey, and parts of New York City, to that part of the world, right? If you go read the article, y'all can look it up. It's on CNBC.com. It raised more than $500 million to date, according to a person familiar with financing, okay? The van parked outside the customer's home. The vehicle is staffed with a chef who preps the meals before bringing them into your home. Okay? Then they said whether Americans are looking to order a quick bite from a local, you got to go read the article. But the reason I wanted to talk to y'all about it is Mark Lowry, remember? Jet.com, remember? What's that? Wonder, what they call it? The Wonder Group, the Wonder Food Company, right? Show you how it ties to us in the basketball community. Because the young man who developed that fleet happened to come out of this basketball community. The young man who he was caught. I mentioned something about this a long time ago, but I told you I had to sign a non-disclosure because I couldn't talk about this a while back. But the young man who started this, who developed the fleet, had to make sure the exhaust coming out of the trucks right, had to get a Mercedes and send the Mercedes here and work with the engineers to make sure each one of these vans is fit properly. The van, it happened to come from this community and happened to have my last name. I'm so proud of him. I've been keeping this up under wrap for a long time. I always talk about what other people's kids do and what other kids, but this, what you can do, young basketball player, young football player, when you put your mind to something. If this, think about it, the company has already raised $500 million. You got to understand, he was one of the first employees in this company, okay? Like Google in the beginning, like Apple in the beginning, like Facebook in the beginning. This, y'all got to understand, he done shot 100 jump shots. He done been, go look at his YouTube videos. I'm more proud of this. Yeah, he been in the weight room, Chuck. Hey, I'm more proud of this than anything that he could have ever did on the basketball court. Because what he told me, Herman Scott, Sonya Billingsley, I don't have to play in the league. I'm going to own the team. So check this out, Herman Scott, Sonya Billingsley, Chuck. Hey, let me tell you something. Check this out. Mark Lowry owns the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mark Lowry know he got a kid that's in his sphere of influence already. That's one of the most top basketball players in the country. And he also know he one of the best businessmen in the country. Because what? Guess why he know he got one? Because he put him over this multi-million-dollar. Y'all, he used to send me stuff that he was over procuring. The money that he had to spend. And I'm sitting there saying, they letting a 25-year-old handle all of this. Came out of this basketball. Yes, he just happened to be my son. And he was hold up. When he left, when his senior year, he was ranked number 10 in his class. His class had the twins, Harrison twins. They had who else? They had the Derek Griffin. They had all of these guys in this class. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. This story. Listen to me. And I'm not doing this for me. This is the story, Landon, you need to tell your son. This is the story, son, Herman Scott, you need to tell your son and your grandson. Nicholas Best, this is the story. This is the story. Yes, the Rockets took flight. Great, the Rockets. But there's some guys out here buying the damn Rockets. Let's put our kids in the position where they can buy Timothy Fertitta's ass out of business. I know we love sports, but y'all, we got to get where we quit being an employee. Let's start thinking and having our kids. Let me tell you something. Any one of y'all kids could do that, what Robert did. The reason I'm telling, listen, I know he gonna win. I'm telling you this story so your kid can win. You follow me? Young man from Houston, Texas. Went 1,700 miles to go off to college. I told him, you in the big leagues, son. When you go to Cornell, Harvard, Yale, you ain't going there to be nothing regular. You don't go to West Point to become a crossing guard. You go to West Point to come out being an admiral or the general. Todd Callahan. So guess what's gonna happen? Mark Lowry gonna need somebody he trusts that knows basketball and know business. Ain't that's how this stuff been working? He got a young man that he done trust with his $5 million baby. Of course, he'll trust him with his $2 billion baby. Unbelievable. Think about this, y'all. Jameson Morrow. No, I want y'all to sit and dream now. I want y'all to sit and remember I told you, my son talking about he wanted to go here, but Brandy, Brandy, I groomed him, Bridget. Bridget, he'll go. Bridget, if you meet him right now, yeah. I went to Cornell. Dude, I subliminally put stuff in his head and taught him. So all he had to do is make the right choice. He think he made the right choice, but I pushed him in that direction. I just showed him, this what happens if you go here. And listen, you can be great anywhere you go, but I got a Memphis education already. I just want it, just like y'all want it more and better for my son. I didn't know I could have went to Harvard. I didn't know that. It wasn't in my DNA. My mom and them didn't teach me about that. But when you know better, you do better. And I had to share that. Y'all got to understand, it took everything in me not to share this. Because I didn't want y'all to, it's not about me. It's about a young man who knew that basketball was going to stop. He just wanted to have his feet. I told y'all. He could have played in the G League for $35,000 a year. But guess what he said? Man, I got a $500,000 education. What the hell I look like going playing for $35,000? And I know it's a risk. He got, but guess what? He started adding. You remember they said athletes are bad at math? He started adding. He's a math whiz, by the way. He said, I got hurt in my senior year of high school. One of the bones, one of them, what y'all call it, metacarpal, one of them bones. Okay? He said, I got hurt in my freshman year. I got hurt in my sophomore year in college. I got hurt in my junior year when all the scouts came to watch the game. I couldn't play. I got hurt in my senior year. He said, Dad, this basketball gonna stop. Carrie Holmes, this a story that we should be telling to this story gonna be on digital record. I wish it could have been somebody else, son, so we wouldn't have them. But y'all know I came on here and talked about everybody's son and their accomplishments. But this one, I'm proud, but guess what I know? He's got more in him. I see his ideas. He did that deal with Mark Lowry and Scott Hilton. His next deal gonna be with him and his friends. That's why I always tell these young guys, y'all need to hook up with each other. I ain't playing. Hell, Chuck said, no, Chuck, I told you he got his own. Chuck laughing every time. Chuck, he got it. But listen to me, y'all. I want y'all to share this. He don't know I'm talking about this. I hope he ain't text me and ain't nobody hit him and said nothing about it. But man, well, let me tell y'all something. All of you know when I keep telling y'all, this next generation is gonna be something. Y'all, we got some brilliant. I work with these. I talk to them. I counsel them. Not just him, his friends. You know what I love? Thaddeus Moody. You know what I love about Thaddeus Moody? Thaddeus Moody, right? Thaddeus Moody was on a train in Chicago. had a Houston Hoop shirt on. And a young man came up and said, "What you know about the Houston Hoop?" My teammate used to play for the Houston Hoop. He said, Dallas Mooney said, "Who is your teammate?" "Robert Hatter. He played at Cornell with me." That young man, Bobby Mishner, Robert Mishner, call him Bobby. You got to understand, we were the Roberts. Robert Mishner, Robert Hatter, and Robert Hatter. When I used to go up there. Let me tell you something, man. He got a friend for life. This stuff is about relationships, y'all. So don't let these people in this basketball community have you mad at me, have you mad at Jimmy. Have you mad at Chris. All we trying to do is put your kids in the... When I tell you something about your kid, I'm telling you, I've seen for 30 years. I've been working in the sports industry. To see the best of the best. But guess what? It's over for a lot of them. Now they got to do something else. Gary, the basketball gonna stop. Rick Brown. Everybody excited. There's some tournaments going on this weekend. Somebody want to talk about the Rockets? Yes, the Rockets. Let's just hope every Rocket, when they finish, because guess what? They're going to finish. The career's going to be over. Where will they be sitting? And that's the thing. We need to share this show. That's the thing that we need, and I know it's not popular. I want my son, because I want to stick my chest out, because my son played for Boogaloo State. Now, my son had 20 points last night. My son had more. This my kid. I'm taking him to this program. The summer basketball is in disarray. I train this kid. I'm taking him over here. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Yo, gotta give y'all something. First of all, Hugh Jackson is scheduled to be named Gramblin's next football coach. Go Google that. Press conference at 10 a.m. Yeah, we gonna do better. And everybody's not gonna be no entrepreneur. Some people need to just be great at their jobs. I'm not telling you you got to be an entrepreneur. Landon said the crazy thing, Howard, is that we kids have a better chance of getting into Corvette and Harnett than we make it. Oh, hell yeah. But we have to be groomed. Now, y'all don't realize now. If I hadn't groomed my son, he was going to go somewhere else. Listen. We wanted Stanford. Johnny Dawkins was the coach. Google him. Columbia was hot on his trail. But like I said, Cornell, Bill Courtney, Marlon Seals was the black head coach, black associate head coach. I was in a position of power to influence my son. That's where we went. We can't tell them what to do. Let's groom them so he can feel that he's a part of the conversation. Because when stuff go wrong on the campus, he won't call back and say, "Daddy, you told me to go to this damn school." glad I can share that with y'all, man. And please share this. Share this with your people. Trying to see what Chris Walker is. Because I got to take a break. But when I take this break, now I'm going to take a break, then come back. I want to share something else with you. Chop Shop. We'll be back in just a minute. Let me see what I got. Here we go.
The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed, that's your
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. Now, where are my guys at who want to talk about the Rockets? They on what? How many games? 7? How many game running streak they on? Y'all tell me, because I don't really keep up with them that much. How many game winning streak? Where Mendy at? Mendy, your Rockets on a how many game winning streak? You should be happy. These guys don't even know how to tank. That's a crying shame. Mendy, would you help? What's up, Wesley Yates? Mendy, help me. Y'all got to help me. And if you didn't watch the show earlier, I just want to pop some stuff on the screen. I just want to make sure y'all remember this guy right here, Mark Lowry. 7 games. Mark Lowry, who owns the Minnesota Timberwolves with Alex Rodriguez, and he finna take over the food delivery, the truck, the food delivery. Y'all listen to me, Mendy. No, I ain't mad, man. Mendy. The Nets all right, man. Mendy, the Nets all right. I never thought I'd say I miss Kyrie. I'm not listening, man. I ain't mad. I'm just telling you, if you're going to tank. Y'all don't even know how to tank. You can't make this up, Mendy. Mendy, you can't make this up. Alfio, if you trying to be the worst team in the league, and then you go run off 7 games in a row after you done lost 12 games in a row. I just don't know. I don't know. But back to Mark Lowry. In case you just joined, Mark Lowry, go Google that on CNBC.com. He got this company, and the company is called what they say? The company is called Wonder, the Wonder Group, and the young man who happened to lead him over that group happened to be the young man who used to live in my house. Now he got his own and got his own money now. So proud of this young man, just like I'm proud of everybody else's kid. Proud of, in case you just watched the show. Great thanks story to tell your kids. Man, son, there's other things out there. I know you want to be in the league. I know you want to go play in the G League for $50,000, but no. I want you to be put into. I want you to be put in a position where, guess what? I want. Now he the 4th, Doc. I'm 3rd. Robert is the 4th. I'm the 3rd. Yeah. It's yes. My granddad, my dad, me, and now it's him. Now it's on him. He got to carry the legacy. I did my part. But yeah, Mendy, you want to talk about them the Rockets. Y'all, Alfio, just tell me something, Alfio. Y'all help me. They said they wanted the tank, right? Sonya, I know that's your girl. Sonya, they said they wanted, we just rebuilding. We ain't gonna play John Wall. Oh, we ain't gonna play John Wall because we don't want to win too many games. We gonna sit it. We gonna pay him $41 million. Well, your fans crazy, man. I mean, your fans, y'all crazy anyway. I ain't talking about y'all. But Brandy, help me, Brandy. Brandy, you gotta help me. Brandy, you don't play a dude you're paying $41 million to. Brandy, you don't pay him. You pay him and tell him to sit down because we don't want to win that many games. We want to give these boys a chance to play. Hey, Mindy. She said, who in the organization said they wanted to tank? Mindy, they didn't have to say. They showed me. Mindy, you know how they said, I can show you better than I can tell you, Mindy. Thank you, Mindy. I got something for No, I'm not getting off nothing, Sonya. You got to be out your mind. You think I'm going to get off that? Somebody Sonya, think about this, Sonya. Sonya, I wasn't going to even say nothing about it. I'm going to show you why I said something about it. Let me go back up the feed, Sonya. Since you think it's just all me. Hold up, Sonya. I'm finna go back up the feed. I'm going to go. Somebody talking about you, Robert, what you think about them Rockets? Hold up. I'm trying to go. He was so far back. Where he at? You know I want to mess with him. Hold up, I'm trying. Y'all watch what I'm doing. Oh, Nicholas Best talking about the Rockets take flight. Mindy, the Rockets take flight. That's Nicholas Best. Y'all get on Nicholas. Hold up. Somebody else said it. Somebody else said something. Where I saw his name. Michael Garcia. I'm talking about something important. He talking about, what's up, Hatter? How about them young Rockets? Mindy, I don't do this unprovoked, Sonya. I don't do this unprovoked. Now she want to talk about the Nets. I ain't talking about the Nets right now. Kim Jackson said, take what flight? Woo, I love that. Okay, I'll leave them alone, Sonya. I'll leave them alone. But Sonya, in some of my reading, I came across something. Still waiting on Chris Walker, man. These guys, it's hard to get good help around here these days. But hold up. I got to find something. Hey! They beat the Officer Hoskins is in the building. Y'all better leave me alone. Let me put that on the screen. Let me see. I ain't got to say nothing. My girl on the screen. Officer. And if they say something, we're gonna lock their ass up. We're gonna lock them up. We're gonna lock them up. Like they did try to do Hillary. We're talking about lock her up. No, I'm talking about him now, Mindy. And then Sonya just told me, Robert, let's leave that alone, Rob. So wait a minute. Mindy and Sonya, do me a favor. Y'all have a little huddle. Mindy said, keep talking. Sonya said, don't talk. That's all I'm trying to say. Hey, Officer Hodge, all I wanted to know is, this team don't even know how to tank right. If you're going to tank, don't tank. Be a good tanker. But I got something serious, y'all. I told you I'm doing my reading. I was thinking about, because I'm watching a lot of this stuff in summer basketball play out. You know, they got these people leaving this, and these people leaving this, these people living this, these people leaving this. You know, they everybody. almost a season, because right after Thanksgiving, everybody be posturing. It's a lot of meetings going around, y'all. Okay? In the towns, all over the country. There's a lot of meetings going on in summer basketball. Who you can get. Who you can get. Who you can get on these teams. Now, think about it. And let me explain to y'all. and you can do it other ways, but it's very unique if your son is able to be one of the guys that plays on a summer basketball team. A shoe-sponsored basketball team. Just in my experience, watching this stuff for these years, it's kind of it's imperative. You know, sometimes it's not for them. Sometimes, you know, let's say the Houston Hoops. Let's say the Defenders. Do we have another team? Is there Adidas team still in Houston? Let me know, somebody, because I don't know. These guys are mandated parents, in case you didn't know. It's a lot of this stuff I didn't know. When my son was playing for the Hoops, I didn't know. I just wanted to let him play because he said he wanted to play because he wanted the sneakers. He said because you could, back then, you couldn't get the sneakers that the players wore on the EYBL, right? Now you can buy them. But back then you had to earn them. You had to be on the team, right? So he wanted to play. So guess what? Hey, do your thing, baby. So, but now I realize by talking to the Nike executives, Robert, the reason we spend this money is we trying to find the next Kobe Bryant or the next LeBron James. So we want the best players possible in these areas around the country. Really and truly, I guess he was ranked number 10. So maybe he should have been on there, but maybe not. I don't know. But they looking, but me, I know he wasn't going to be the next Kobe Bryant. I ain't freaking crazy. You follow me? But I know you got to field the team and you ain't going to get all the players, but these guys' jobs, Under Armour is trying to find what the next Stephen Curry. So when these teams, you know how people get mad when these teams, these teams come and snatch your kids later after they got good. That's when they want them. Nike don't want you while you developing. They want you while you good. I didn't know this, y'all. I was wondering why they kept keeping my son on the bench. If somebody had to just explain this to me, I would have said, okay. Don't play him in front of Keith Frazier. Keith Frazier, McDonald All-American. Robert, sit your ass down over there and wait till Keith Frazier stop playing. Yeah, Justice Winslow, Kelly Oubre, all of these pros on the team. If I had known what I know now, son, sit your ass down and wait. But I'm competitive. Every time he got in the game, we were winning. When he went out of the game, we were losing. So I'm thinking, man, I'm trying to win. It wasn't about winning. It was about showcasing these top guys. If you a top guy, you supposed to play. That's what Nike wants. Nike don't want the little Roberts of the freaking world. Excuse me, Lord. They want the Wesley Yates of the world. They want, what's my kid's name? The Jacob Coles. They want them guys. Look, Johnny, if you get on the team, boy, you better be happy. You better just know. But see, nobody explained that to me. Nobody. That's why I'm explaining to y'all. Because I used to get mad. I used to get mad. Chris Walker told me he coming on now. I said, dude, I'm waiting. Duh. Okay, cool. Wait a minute. Cool. I'm waiting. Y'all know I can't multitask. I'm here. So I hope y'all learned something today, because parents, I didn't know Chuck McGowan. I grew up, the best players play. Okay? If you winning, if you in the game and you got all these bad pieces around you and you making these pieces work, which he was doing, he averaged 20-something, 26, I don't know how many points. About 8 or 9 assists in high school. But when he went on to Houston Hoops, guess what he said? Dad, I'm finna pass it to these badass dudes. But guess what? And the only tournament they won that year is when he was at the helm. But I didn't know. I was mad because I was saying, damn, I ain't saying he better than them guys, but when he in the game, they're winning. And I didn't, parents, if I knew what I'm telling y'all. So if your son is not one of the top 7 or 8, and he 9 or 10 on that team, I don't know. I ain't telling you what to do, but his ass might not play that much. And you just gonna be making all that travel with your lip poked out like I was. These people are trying to get the top players because Nike says, go find me the next LeBron. Go find me the next Kobe. So just in case, because I didn't know. The reason I share that with y'all, I didn't know. But somebody, like I told y'all, you know I'm always reading. But I saw something. I want to share it with y'all. And they said, Robert, check your lens. Check your lens. You know what your lens? The lens, how you look, your lens. Your perspective of perspective is everything. So check your lens. Check your perspective. Love, acceptance, provision, and opportunities could be all around you. Share the show right quick. And the wrong perspective can cause you to overlook it. Thank you, Trey. Trey, a lot of people don't want you to know that, Trey, but Trey, I'm going to expound on it, but I'm finna give you a little something else right quick, Trey. Remember, I said love, acceptance, provisions, and opportunities could be all around you, and the wrong perspective can cause you to overlook it. Sometimes it's not what you see, but how we see it. Looking through the lens of disappointment, parents who've been mad because their kid ain't got no scholarship, and rejections and abandonment. When you look through those lenses, it will cause you to assess people and situations as though you already been disappointed, rejected, and abandoned. Self-sabotage can be the result of lack of perspective. Let's change that and win. Let's win. How we are perceiving this world around us. Sometimes the way we see things determines how much we get, how we engage in it. I know it's true for me. Think about me as a parent. I had the wrong perspective about the EYBL and the Houston Hoops. So of course I'm going to have a bad experience because I had the wrong perspective. I didn't know Trey Williams. I didn't know. From where I'm from, the best players play. That's my perspective. But in the EYBL, the most popular players play. Hope y'all got that. We got to check our lens. Check our lens, ladies and gentlemen. I was thinking about it. I'm going to go. Travis Best, I saw this. Somebody sent me this morning. Pray for these people up there. Hey, I'm telling you, Michelle. Michelle, Michelle, it's not. I just know now. The lens that I see this stuff through. I want all of us to change our lens of summer basketball, or high school basketball. Let's put our kids in a position, hold on, so we can meet guys like this. The guys who own the team, that signed the front of the check. We're always cheering for the guy who just cashed the check, which is good. They cash some big ass checks. Yeah. Well, direct deposit. Put our kids, all of our kids. Because we got some smart kids. Hightower will be moving up to 6A thank you. Thank you. Hightower moving up to 6A. Thank you, Rod Wells. Shout out to Hightower, Coach Woods. Whatever that means. That means you got more students in the school, I guess. But check our lens, man, for real. Check our lens. Let me show you another place you can check your lens. I just saw this. Check this out. Overtime Elite has postponed their game schedule for this weekend until 2022. After multiple athletes and staff members tested positive for the flu, but negative for COVID, a league representative said. So they're going to shut it down for a while. I saw that. Just want y'all to know. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. Then I'm thinking, oh, that here, late as hell. But I got some, you know what, though? I hate to say this, but I never thought that I would say, Kyrie, I need you. I never thought that, but Mendy, Kyrie, I need you right now. Then I just found out, Chris. Look at Nicholas Best. Said he been pushing golf on. Don't push golf on your son. Don't push Nicholas. I'm glad you said that, Nick. Nick, I got you, Nick. Nick, let me bring Chris Walker in. But Nick, what's up, Doc? Bring your head up. What's up, Doc? Yeah, come up, son, baby. Hey. Yeah, you good. Nicholas Best on the feed. He just said, Hatter, you know I've been pushing golf on my son. Nick, don't push it on him. Nick, go play with him. Nick, have him want to be and hang with you. I'm having fun with daddy. Don't push it on him. Expose him to it. Expose him to the nature and tell him about the history of the game. Let him know that it was a time that little guys like him couldn't play this game. He could only be a caddy of the game. And now one of the best players that ever played this game happened to be a guy that looked like him. That's an opportunity to educate him, Nick. Don't push golf on him. What expose him to golf. Expose. He gonna love the game because he wanna love. Every boy wanna love to hang around dad. You follow me? But what's up? See, Walt, where you been, man? Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. When you tell me, when did you start coming up? When usually you be on time. When did
Man, listen.
Man, tell
What do you
me.
mean?
Huh?
I'm late? Am I late?
You said 1:30 your time. What time is your time? What time is it up there where you at right now?
1:30 what time?
You 1:30 your time. You said 1:30 your time. I got the
Hey, man,
text now.
I'm still waiting on my battle, man. When's my battle coming?
Who you want? Who you want? That is Moody first. Who you say you was gonna get
Man,
next?
listen, Thaddeus Moody, he ain't ready for this.
Who you
Thaddeus
want?
Moody don't have a team that's winning in Chicago except with a Sky, so there's no reason to, I mean, other than that, nobody wins in
The
Chicago.
Chicago Bulls winning.
No, they haven't won in 100 years.
DePaul is winning.
That's my boy. That's off limits right now.
Okay. But Nicholas Best, I hope you understand what I meant, Chris. Nicholas Best. Chris, I had a chance to break the news. You knew it before everybody. I wanted to just let people know that from this basketball community, we're going to have all kind of young men that excel in all kind of industries. And Chris, you remember what I sent you, right?
Oh, yeah.
About Mark Lowry. And I remember I was telling Chris about it a long time ago. He was looking at me, well, how does he know? I know it kind of messed you up a little bit. But I couldn't tell you about this project because what? I signed a non-disclosure. I couldn't talk about it. But now, $500 million later, they raised the $500 million they done raised for this project. And it was it's a brainchild out of a young man that came out of this basketball community. And Chris, we can have more of them than we can have. I want you to really explain that, Chris. I want you to expound on that. We can have more. We can groom more Little Roberts than we can groom LeBron James.
Well, how you gonna do that though?
You got to put him in position, Chris. You got to. How I did Robert. I didn't listen to me. I didn't know he was gonna go up here and do that, but I know he was gonna do something. What I did. He got the best education he could get, right? I taught him, I'm glad you said that, Chris. On all his internships, he picked those very carefully, okay? His first job, we sit down, his first job offers, we sit down and watch and see. It was some that paid a lot more than Jet.com, not Jet Magazine, the company that Mark Lowry used to own. I'm glad you asked me why. So we sit down, and then I went and studied who Mark Lowry and Scott Hilton was, the owners of that company. I said, Robert, this is a good opportunity for you to go in. I said, this guy has built several companies from the ground up, tech companies, e-commerce companies, which you are an expert in coming out of college. And you need to get with these guys. This guy, hold up, Chris. This guy had one company called Diapers.com. He sold that to Jeff Bezos for a whole lot of money. Then he got another company. He sold that. He said, I ain't selling Jeff Bezos no more. So then after that, Chris, he developed Jet.com, the company that Robert was working for, right? So guess what? Walmart didn't have an e-commerce arm in their company. They was just brick and mortar. You come to Walmart, you pick it up. They wasn't online. They didn't have a big online presence. So instead of Walmart creating a whole department, they just bought Jet.com. So that means Robert left from Jet.com going to Walmart, a Fortune 500 company, and was working for them for a while, right? So after a while, Chris, he was working for Walmart. So they told him he had to move to where? If you was
Arkansas.
executive, you got to move to Arkansas. That's where their headquarters is, right? Bentonville, Arkansas. Robert said, Dad, I don't want to do that. And this opportunity came to get with the Wonder Company, Chris. And he got with this company. I promise you, it's some people in our family said, man, you gonna leave Walmart to go to a startup company? He was one of the first, might be one of the first 20 employees of this project, Chris. Let me put it back up there so
You saying you got some Willies in your family?
No, they just didn't understand. Chris. Their perspective was different. Chris, I'm gonna give you something. Their perspective, they didn't get the memo. We didn't go to Cornell to be a school teacher. Nothing wrong with school teachers. We didn't go to Cornell to be. Let me take school teachers out because I love them. To be to work at Wichita. We went to Cornell to become a captain of industry. They didn't understand. I wasn't mad at them. They just said, "Well, Robert, they gave you this big raise. They gonna give, and you're gonna be staying in Arkansas. You're gonna be making. You can buy a mattress. You can with the money." I said, "Player."
Yeah, live there though.
I said, "Player, hold on. We didn't go up here to work at Walmart. You came up, and Robert is the one that developed these trucks, Chris. I don't know. You probably didn't pay attention to it, Chris, but he the one. Hold up, that ain't it. He the one. This truck. I didn't know so much go into developing a truck that can move around the country and be able to exhaust. The exhaust got to come out a special way in this van, Chris. I'm gonna make it bigger for you. In this van, and Bobby Flay and all the top chefs in the world, they inspired this stuff, and you gonna be like you and your family said, I want a gourmet meal by Bobby Flay or Emerald or somebody. Mark Lauren and we bought up all the rights to all the chefs, so the chefs can't do this with nobody else. So this particular van, Robert was over the procurement and the design and the engineering of this the brain. In other words, the meat and potatoes of this whole operation. Without this, they don't raise no $150 million. And a young man out of this basketball pro. So you ask me, how, Chris? I can't give you the magic formula, Chris. You got to know you got to know who your kid is. I'm not at your house. You got to know, I knew I had something special. Chris thought I had a basketball player when he was out there arguing with me, talking about, man, he went to Kentucky. He argued with me. I said, Chris.
Still arguing with you.
He argued with me. I said, okay. I said, if he was 6'7" or 6'8", maybe we'd have went to Kentucky. But I had a 6'1". He don't like me calling him a midget. But Chris, that's Chris. So I wanted to share that with people because we talk about the basketball heroics, which is great. But what I love about it, y'all, if he didn't play basketball as good as he was, he probably wouldn't have made it to Cornell. He probably wouldn't be able to get in.
Right.
You follow me? Basketball allowed him to skip the line. I told y'all it was 20,000 people that year applied. Then but 3,000 get in. He was one of the 3,000. So Chris, I hope I answered your question. You said, how do I tell the people?
Well, I mean, I think the part that you're leaving out is that Lil Robert didn't have this vision. This was your vision because you looked at the world and said, okay, how am I going to position my son? Right? I'm not a Trump. I'm not a Kennedy. I'm not a Clinton. So how am I going to position my son to do the same thing? Because he's getting the same opportunity. may not have the same resources, but he get the same opportunity. How can I get him to leverage that and take advantage of it? And
Wow.
I was doing some podcasting yesterday, and the guys that were sitting there, I did one with Gary Charles with Andre Barrett and another cat, and who's a scout for the Cavaliers, and I'm talking about the culture of New York and all the guys that used to come out of here. You know what came out of that whole conversation, man? What came out of that conversation is that there's a whole lot of dudes that don't make it. They rattling these names off. I'm like, Eric Barkley. Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
I mean, they just going name after name after name after name. I'm like, damn, I thought he was gonna make it. Felipe Lopez, this guy, that guy, Francisco Garcia. The names are just dropping.
Right.
And it comes down to the next question: where are they now? Where are they now? So all them people that were around them during that time, profiting from it, put them in positions of peril. Where are they now? Because think about it. The people that you hear coming on the way up, right? They're usually the first people you get rid of when you get to the top. Because at some point you figure out, man, this dude's only around me because of this. And for one reason or another, when you get up there, them the first dudes you get rid of. Right? Which is crazy to me, but that's what happens. But I'm saying you got a lot of willies around you that are telling you stuff. Man,
explain the willies again. Explain that to people explain the willies again. Coach, you referenced that twice today, and some people probably don't know what you mean. Could you explain that for me again?
I mean, willie is really simple. The willie is somebody that's around you that you consider a close friend. That's a naysayer. That's not necessarily a dream killer, but I'm talking about obvious stuff. 2 + 2 is 4, and they sitting over there going, you sure about that? I reference it with the Harriet Tubman thing, where, slaves, she's freeing slaves. She gets to the water, and some dude says, you sure we going the right way? And hadn't freed one slave. Those are willies. You sure, Robert, sending him to Cornell's the right thing? A willie. You got a vision, man. And I was in the Uber the other day, and this guy was just talking my head off about, I want to write a book, and I want to do this, and I do that. I said, listen, I'm not saying it's you, right? But this is what I live by. 98% of the people in the world are idealistic. They have these great ideas. Only 2% are executionists. I'm not saying, you're in that 98 percentile. You need to look in the mirror and decide that. All I know is when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And you and your circle of friends, you know the difference. Even with your kids, you know the difference in your kids. You know the difference in your friends. When they say they're gonna do something, you can bet your bottom dollar. Now, it may not be in your timing, but you know they're gonna do it. That's why. And I was talking about the pandemic. The pandemic, man. People put a lot of things in place during the pandemic, and they made things happen.
Yes,
they made things happen during the pandemic. So some guys, their businesses just exploded. Some people's businesses imploded. It's some of it's their circumstance, but I'm just saying that in my experience, the one thing that I'm just even like podcasting those guys from New York, I'm just sitting there going like, damn, like what would it take, right? Because I haven't really started promoting my book like I'm gonna put it on steroids in a minute, just trying to get people wet their beak about what we can do, because obviously there's conflicting ideas about what we can do in our community to be better. Forget all the ancillary things that surround us, the things that are against us. You know what I'm saying? Because that exists, and that may always exist. That may always exist. But my thing is, what about what we can do internally inside of our group? Because they always say this about like the Romans, the Greeks, anybody that was, leaders of the world leaders, right? They always say they never explode, they implode, which means on the inside, jealousy. Hey, it's always something on the inside that tears them down. Yes, they got people trying to conquer them and all that kind of stuff. But it's the stuff that's going on the inside that stops us from getting where they need to get to. Case in point, the Israelites. I'm not trying to go there. The Israelites.
That's all right.
It wasn't the people they were going against. It it was the people in the tribe that stopped them from getting to the promised land. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So when it comes to our people, yeah, many problems, many issues, many things, the deck stacked against us. Check mark, check mark, check mark. And I always tell people, okay, but what are we gonna do? You're right. But had a systemic racism. You're right. They killing black kids and cops. You're right. They won't give us loans at the bank. You're right. They won't do this. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But when we have a chance to go to Cal, we leave Cal. When we got a chance to go to Cornell, we leave Cornell. When we got a chance to get what they got and get a slice of it, we run from it because I don't like to read. I don't like math. And so my thing is, and people get mad when we always talk about parents. Forget about parents. How about champions? How about people that are in your life? But here's the thing, man. It's a sad reality. Some of them don't have champions in their lives, man. I'm sorry, man. There's some people that come from tough backgrounds. I was recruiting Isaiah Rusher. I don't know if I told this story in the Chop Shop or not. I got Isaiah Rusher to go to New Mexico. Right? We had to move heaven and earth. He didn't like school, whatever. It is what it is. So obviously, Branch and I trying to save the world, one kid at a time. And again, doing a great job at it. Everybody. Yeah. So we get him. So I drive into the neighborhood. I think I told this story before. And they say, Coach, don't come here with that red on. I say, homeboy, what are you talking about? I'm from Houston. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, I'm from here, bro. What are you talking about? My brother's barbershop is on the corner right there. I can come here. He said, hey, Coach, that might be cool, but don't come here wearing that red. And he said, also, park around the corner. I said, man, this little dude handling me like that, right? And so I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me go and do what I got to do. I'm in my own city. He telling me not to wear red. He telling me park around the corner. Around the corner from my grandmother lived, 3 rocks from the spot. My brother's barbershop is around the corner. And so I go in, I start talking. Mom's got a Bible. She got a Bible. House is, we're in the cut, but house is well manicured, everything where it needs to be. He's sitting there, because he know I'm about to bring the pain. He know Coach Chris Walker is gone. Coach Walker's about to come at that neck about what he ain't getting done and what it's going to take to change his life. So, dude, I'm in here trying to change. I'm trying to save your life, dude. That's what this is about. This ain't about nothing else. Saving your life. Man, I said, and I started talking about, hey, he got to do this. He got to go to school. He got to go this. I said, don't you want this and don't you want that? That woman looked at me. And sometimes you just need people not only to keep it a buck with you, but to make you understand the complexities of life. And that's what we don't want. Sometimes we don't walk a mile in people's shoes. She says, Chris, I'm a God-fearing woman. That stood me up right there. That stopped me right there. She hit me right there. I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm like, uh-oh. She says, every single day, my kids got to fight their way in and fight their way out of this house. I'm sitting there going like, okay, what? Got to fight their way in, fight their way out. So in my mind, it started registering. It's registering like, yo, dude, you up here talking about calculus. You up here talking about, 48H, clearinghouse. She's talking about survival. She said, it ain't that I don't want my kids to be smart. It ain't that I don't want my kids to go to college. What you think this is? You don't think I want that for my kids the way rich people want it for their kids or the middle class want? Of course they want their kids to have a better life than them, right, Hatter?
Absolutely.
But vision, and sometimes vision, you can see, but you don't have vision. Mm-hmm. She can, I don't know, and I don't want to speak for her, but it's hard, Hatter, when you have poverty.
Yeah.
When you have pain. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When it's poverty, pain, in your direction, and then you got to navigate around it. Everybody ain't got the tools. Everybody ain't Lewis Hamilton that know how to, get around driving 200 miles because life is 200 miles an hour and somebody stops in front of you and you got to make a move and make a move. Some dudes are crashing every single time.
I'm just sitting there thinking about what you said. Jimmy said this, they retired Tag Miner's jersey, had a jersey ceremony for him at Booker T. Washington the other day on Tuesday.
Right.
And Jimmy was talking about some of the same stuff these people had to survive to get out of here.
Yeah.
But because you say a lot of these people are hopeless because they don't know that they were born.
I didn't say hopeless. I didn't say hopeless. Go on.
Okay.
I didn't say hopeless.
Okay. Huh?
Right?
They're what?
I didn't say hopeless.
You said,
but they damn sure got the deck stacked against them.
okay,
You know
got the deck stacked.
Yeah.
But the reason I think just me, because of who I am and what I believe in, I know we were born to be in charge, Chris Walker.
We being who?
People, me, you. I was born to be in charge. I wasn't born. I wasn't born not to be in charge.
Right.
I was born to lead. I was born to be on top. And if I was born to be on top, I feel you were, and I feel she was. I'm just telling you. That's what I believe. We were. Think about it, Chris. We were born to take over. We were born to make strategic moves. We were born to obstruct generational curses. You broke a generational curse in your house. You probably was one of the first people to go to college in your house.
Oh, yeah.
We were born to change the game, Chris Walker. We were born to shift the narrative. Look at your life. You shift the narrative. We were born to redefine my last name. I've redefined my last name.
Hatter, do you not know? Again, put a pen right there for a second.
Okay.
Do you know when you talk about vision, man? Like if everybody, I always encourage everybody, look in the mirror. Mm-hmm. I was in a spin class and Man in the Mirror came on from Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. And listen to the words what that dude is saying, man. Mm-hmm. And when you look in the mirror, you look at yourself, the measure of a man and a woman, ask yourself, who is the person staring back at you? Are you happy with that reflection? Forget about, whether you can lose a couple of pounds or whether you can fix your head. Who is the person? What I mean, stare into the soul of that person and ask yourself, am I on this earth doing everything I can to transform lives, not transact lives, not make as much money as you can make? You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, when I really look in the mirror, you made a point and go like, man, you breaking generational curses. Do you not know the way you had a vision for your son? Mm-hmm. I'm literally I even forgot the name of the neighborhood over there by Kirby Middle School. Mm-hmm. True story. We're talking about how things can change your life. A pebble can break a window and smash it. Like they can just change your life. Some dude named Mr. Howard Johnson drove in the neighborhood. We used to play basketball on the little hoops, right? I don't even like basketball. Mm-hmm. I play baseball. That was my sport. Mm-hmm. I'm a baseball guy. I want to be the next, Willie Stargell, Dave Parker. That's We Are Family. Them the dudes I know. Davey Lopes. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. And the dude said, hey, man, come jump on. I'm just telling you how stuff change your life. Hey, man, what y'all doing? That's when kids used to play outside because they don't do that no more. Mm-hmm. Jump on the back of this truck. We're going to drive out here to this high school over the ship channel. That's what they call it. Over the ship channel. This white man is over there teaching skills. Swear to God, that's what he said. This white man's over there teaching skills. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. Mama, can I go? Jump on the back of the truck. Drive over I don't even know if I've ever been over the ship channel, Hatter. Drove over the ship channel. Went to a little workout, a camp. All of a sudden, the dude said I had some athleticism. And the next thing I know, I'm starting for Villanova on Big Monday. I'm just trying to tell you, it wasn't nothing that was in my eyes. Now, there was a lot of stuff that happened in between that. But it wasn't my vision, dog. Look, I'm telling you, that was not my vision. I was going to Smiley, Forest Brook, some Mr. Howard Johnson, God rest his soul. Hey, man, get on the back of this truck. We're going to go over there. Y'all ain't doing nothing. We're going to go over there, and we're going to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
So,
amazing. I'm just saying.
What happened?
I'm sitting up.
I never knew Milby was a school. Dude, I didn't even know Milby was a school. I'm like, where? Oh, okay. Went over there. Boom. Rest is history.
But Chris, I know a lot of people, we got a lot of people out here, they think we are the result of the Big Bang Theory. Some said bang and we just appeared. But I'm from the school. I know that, Chris, I wasn't just born, I was designed. Not only was I designed, I was handcrafted. I was designed, I was handcrafted. Chris Walker, you were made the way Gordon Parks took pictures. You were made the way that James Van Der Zee did pictures. You were made the way Maya Angelou did poems. We were designed this way. A lot of people don't, because if you don't know who you are, what I'm telling you might be foreign. We were made the way Alvin Haley choreographed a dance company. Chris, do me a favor. Go to the Allen. You live in New York. I went up there to the Allen Haley dance company and blew my mind. First time I ever went, just blew my mind. I said,
they had a fundraiser the other night.
But Chris, we were made the way John Coltrane does jazz. We were made the way Elon Musk designed cars, Chris. We just got to know who we are, Chris. And Hatter,
you got to think about it, man. You have to understand this. And I wonder what people in the Boom Boom Room think about this. When I was doing my research, I was looking at old Chop Shop stuff when we first started back in 2015. People don't know 2015, 16 when Chop Shop started.
Yes.
This ain't been around a long time. You guys have been doing a great job.
Yes.
But the thing is, when I got all that data, it made me understand something about our culture, right? I got all this data, and I'm like, damn, black people watch a lot of TV. We consume a lot. You know what I'm saying? We consume a lot. A lot of social media. So guess what they do? Or what we do. I'm not going to even say they. Our kids, they tell us, think about it, you had a dream. You said you wanted your son to go to Cornell. Tell me on television what's projecting to you to send your son to Cornell.
Nothing.
I mean, what show? What anything?
They
show Black
not
Ink
one
Chicago. They
No.
show this show, that show.
It's a good point. It's a great point.
There's nothing that tells you now.
Right.
All of a sudden, Tyler Perry's got all these different shows they doing, but there's nothing that say, "Hey, man, if you want to take over, you need to get in the world of finance." They don't let guys like that because the minute Roland gets on TV, starts saying stuff, they get him off. I'm surprised Al Sharpton been on as long as he has. The minute Jamel Hill starts actually keeping it 100, what do they do to Jamel Hill and Michael Smith? Gone. Carrie Champion. You ever remember her? Gone. That's what they do. So they don't want you to see visible representation of success away from sports. Show it. I mean, somebody show it to me. So you have to do it. You have to manufacture it in your own home, bro. I'm just telling you. It's the only way in your own community. So if your community's not pushing it, where's the kid going to get it from? If the daddy and the mama and the uncle ain't saying it, where are they going to get it from? You know why I go to church? You know why I'm a believer? Because I got 2 uncles that pastor, 3 uncles that pastors, and they have massive churches, and I grew up in church. Period. That's why, duh. I grew up in church. So if you don't grow up in church, why would people think that you should be that way? That's the way I grew up. I didn't grow up with wealth. There's certain things I had to learn. Hey man, this is how you eat bread with butter. Hey man, this is a soup spoon. I didn't know that stuff. I got the cereal spoon does everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how we learn. Right?
I'm laughing because when you know better, you do better. I was blessed to be. My brother worked at a fine dining restaurant, the best dining restaurant in Memphis, and he used to take me to work with him. So I knew where to fork because I used to set the tables up. I knew what to fork as a young age. I was lucky. But I was thinking about something you were just saying. And I was just thinking about, no matter what you believe in, but I remember that God spoke everything in creation. He spoke to everything in creation. He said, let there be light. He spoke to until it came to man, Chris. Think about it, Chris. He spoke That's why I said we're handcrafted. He spoke to everything, but when it came to man, guess what he did, Chris? They said he put a substance, he got a substance together and created it in his own likeness. Now he told the mountains be, he told the sun be, he told the waters to be. But when it became the man, he said, okay, I'm gonna have craft you. You are handmade, Chris. Whether you believe it or not, it's on you. He said, you don't never, that's why ain't nobody gonna put their hand on me because I'm handmade. That's because I'm handmade, because you're never gonna find another Chris Walker. Chris Walker, you got one fingerprint, right? Ain't nobody made like you. Because I'm handmade, I don't have to impress nobody. Because I'm handmade, I don't have to live up to the European standard of what's beauty and what's beauty. People telling you who is beautiful and who is not. You follow me, Chris? Because if you feel and you believe you're handmade, that's why I can't know. That's why we can take, I'll never forget, when you allowed us stewardship over this show and said, man, I'm going to be gone. I made a point to myself. When he come back, it's going to be better than when he left it.
Yep.
Chris, if I can get that, the sign of a great leader is a man that can make other leaders, not just have followers.
No doubt.
You,
somebody got to teach the leaders.
Yes.
But I also believe that you can lead from behind. I believe that. Some people aren't designed to be up in the front. Some people aren't designed to that.
No.
And I don't know if you know Bayer Ruskin.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to.
No, he was an open homosexual. Yes.
And he was the guy that put Martin Luther King on the path. But guess what? He couldn't be, because he was black, he was gay. He couldn't be what? In the front. He was the one put the March on Washington all together. He was the main one. That's right.
And you remember that? I don't know if you remember this, Chris. The FBI came to Martin Luther King and told him, "Look here, man. You keep hanging around with that Bayard Rustin. We're gonna put out that you and him were sleeping together." Martin Luther King had to back up.
Yeah. And he left. He left the movement. He left the movement.
He had to back up.
But my original point was is that everybody ain't designed to be the CEO.
Hello?
You know what I'm saying? Some people got to be the vice president. There's only so many spots to go around. Now, in your house, but there are other places you can lead. You can lead at your household. Mm-hmm. That's what we really need to concentrate on, leading is at home. Mm-hmm. At home doesn't necessarily mean, a traditional wife, kids, lead this. Leadership is leadership around your friends, leadership at your church. Like, at what point do you not have a problem with standing up for things that you believe in? So again, I go through my phases of black. Polite black. I got the three phases: polite black, proud black, pro black. Sometimes you got to be polite. It is what it is. Sit there and just do your job. Sometimes you can be a little proud. Hey man, HBCU, TSU got it done. Throw them up. Sometimes you got to be like, man, I don't give. You know what I'm saying? Like, this got to stop. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Bleakity, bleak.
Right.
But you can be all three things and be a positive brother, positive sister.
Right. Absolutely.
You don't have to get mad at the one just because they trying to be polite. You don't have to look down on the dude because he trying to be proud, and you damn sure ain't got to look crazy at the dude because he pro-black and he only want to buy black owned. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do that, because all of us are those things at some point. I like the turkey hut. I like the turkey leg hut. I like Steak 48 too. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I like that too. I mean, it's okay. Soul Plane might be cool that Kevin Hart, the Soul Plane. I like Flying Private Hatter. I like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying.
I promise you, the last time I got on this, I said I can get used to this.
Right. So what I'm saying is, you can be all these things.
Yeah.
A dude told me the other day, that's why I tell people everything relates to me back to poverty.
Okay.
When you can't eat, That's a dude told me that. He says, I'm gonna cut his water off. I said, what you mean? He said, if you cut a dude's water off, I saw it on that show, BMF. No, you gotta cut his water off. So why you cut it? He said, because if he can't use the restroom, if he can't hydrate himself, trust me, you're gonna have a problem. And he can't bathe. Cut his water off. Forget about all this other stuff. You know? And so my thing is, poverty is something else. You can't think when you can't eat. You know, think about living in a dilapidated housing or being in areas where you're like, man, this is the lot in my life. You know, how do I get out of this? There's my, you know, gang infested or ignorant infested. How about that? You know, so my thing is, how do I get out of that? And we want kids to figure that out. How can a kid, why should a kid be responsible for figuring that out? Why?
Wow.
So poverty, I'm telling you,
Right.
poverty, would you rather be black or would you rather, think about it, there was a professor back in LA says,
I remember that.
Chris, do we catch hell because we black or do we catch hell because we poor? I'm gonna say it again. Do we catch hell because we're black or do we catch hell because we're poor? Last time I checked, Tiger Woods can do a whole lot of stuff. Now that's some places he can't go now.
Yeah. But he can do a whole lot of stuff.
He can do a whole lot of stuff. Now, let Tiger Woods be poor and see what happens.
Can't do
So
nothing.
the conversation we have is money don't make you happy. I said make you happier.
Hey.
Make you happier. You're right. It don't make you happy. And then
Yeah.
I said, you know what? You know what money does? Money allows you to expand your horizons.
Yes,
It just allows you to expand your life.
That's it.
Well, I don't have money. I never flew on a plane. You got money? I'm gonna go fly private. Well, you know what? I can't get in the car. We don't have money for gas money. You got money. Guess what? You can fly to San Tropez. Like money allows you to have experiences. Well, I don't have money. Well, guess what? I'm gonna buy in the Little Roberts Company with Robert Lurie. That's what money allows you to do. It allows you to do that. Period.
Chris,
You
you,
know what I
made
mean?
me think
So-
about
so-
it. Come on. No,
No,
you
no, I'm
good?
looking at Herb say we catch hell because we're black, period. And my whole point is that our skin tone ain't going nowhere.
No, it ain't.
I'd rather be black. I'd rather have money. I'd rather have resources. Because with resources, I can change things. Being black ain't gonna change nothing. But give me some money. Give me some resources and watch how people listen. Hey,
What else?
all them people talk about that vaccine, right?
Yeah.
The minute Joe Biden started saying, I'm gonna give a check out, what happened, Hatter?
For
They
the
run to
vaccine?
get the vaccine. Yeah, if you get the vaccine, I'm gonna give you a little.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. Like a turkey through the cone.
That's what I'm saying.
But Chris, can you imagine, and I want everybody to think about this. Can you imagine? I was thinking about, you got to understand when you talk to me, you give me inspiration. I take notes while you was talking. But can you imagine God selected you for the pandemic? Everybody out here. That you were built for the recession. Okay. That you could handle Trump. You know, we all talking about what other people got. You were built for a reception. God put you in a place. Think about it. Imagine you in the pandemic. Everybody ain't never been through a pandemic. It was some people who have never been through the pandemic. That you had the fortitude to live through the Tea Party, Chris. That you were not going to break because of the voting laws. That you ain't going to get twisted up just because the criminal justice system ain't right. Chris, we wasn't built for the 50s. We weren't built for slavery, for the time of slavery. We weren't built for segregation. We were built for this time we in right now, because we getting through this stuff. And whatever it is, because somebody out there going through something, whatever you're going through right now, your grandparents didn't have to get through this. You have something else in you. And I know, and I know who I'm talking to out there, Chris. Chris, it's the festive season. It's Christmas season. People done lost their parents. People done lost hope. I'm telling you, I'm talking to, there's some people I'm talking to right now, Chris. How you think you are multitasking, y'all, and still keeping focus? How do you think you're ascending the corporate ladder like Chris Walker is doing over there at CBS? And we got people behind him conspiring for his downfall right now. Don't you think it? Hey, don't you think? Hold up. Let me go back. Don't you think people ain't just happy? Hold up now. Don't you think nobody's happy to see this? A young black kid, they ain't happy to see this. Don't you think it's people behind his back up there right now, Chris? I'm trying to get him out of there, get us out of there. Chris.
But you know what we got to do, though, Hatter?
Huh?
You know what we got to do? This is what we got to do.
Okay.
This is my whole push. And I love that at some point start an organization, but we got enough organizations.
Yeah.
We need people that are willing to change. Bottom line.
Wow.
We need people that understand what change means. Right? If you want to change, so when we see a kid like Lil Robert, guess what happens? Oh my God, what a surprise. If we had 1,000 Lil Roberts, it would be like, hey man, that's just what they do. And that's like, I'm not chopping up Lil Robert like he's but we need more Emmanuel Iguanosis over at Stanford.
Yeah.
And we see they like unicorns.
Yes.
It's 2022.
Yes.
We got all these kids, all these black kids playing in all these high major schools in football and basketball. How the hell we ain't got no more millionaires that don't play in the NFL or the NBA or the whatever? I mean, it don't make sense. It does not make sense, man.
I
So
agree.
what does that mean? Well, and again, I'm tired of the complaining. You can complain all day. It's not going to change nothing. I promise you it won't. You're going to feel good, but you're going to walk outside and you're going to have to breathe the same air.
But Chris, how do you think we're living in houses that our grandmas used to have to clean up? How do you think we're traveling to places, Chris? I'm traveling to places. Some of my kinfolk, some of my kids can't even pronounce or can't even spell. How you think we were born, Chris, for this moment, man? We were born for 2022, man. We got to make we could have been one of them 700 that died last year, Chris. I died this year.
Oh, no question. I just want people my thing is, I'm living in New York. I see how money moves. I see how things work. If I knew back then, I knew now. I'm not saying I would have gone to Cornell, but if I played at Villanova, I'd have studied finance. If I knew what I knew now, if I understood the surroundings of how I could change my concentric circle of my family's life, or what's going on in Houston, go back and be in politics and be like, yo, I got all this knowledge, I'm bringing it here because I care about Houston. If I knew what I knew now, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now what I got to do is I got to talk to these mammies and pappies.
That's what we're doing right now, Chris.
Exactly. So what I'm saying, I got it. That's why Coach, that's why we started the Chop Shop. I said, hold on, man. We talking to each other too much. We got to talk to everybody else.
Yeah.
The question is, are they willing to listen. And do they want to change? Because complaining doesn't work. The only thing that works is competing. You can complain to the ref all you want. You better make some baskets. You can complain to the ref. See, you got some people, they just want to yell at the ref in life. In life, they want to yell at the ref. In life. Stop yelling at the ref. Chris, and guess what? There's another team out there. Guess what? There's competition. Guess what, Hatter? Some calls ain't gonna go your way. Guess what, Hatter? You got fans throwing stuff at you. That's life.
Chris,
what you gonna do? Complain or compete? Which one you doing?
And I got another one for you. Stop comparing your life with other people's lives, y'all. They're not on the same trajectory. They're not on your path. They're not on your road. Chris Walker, you were sent through a vaginal cavity by one specific woman, your mama. Because only that woman could push you out, Chris Walker. Yeah, Chris, you done came through a bloodline of a particular man. You might not know him, but guess what? You needed his DNA. You were given a grounding in a house, Chris, that had no balance, and yet you got equilibrium. Think about that, Chris. You just told me if that man, you were born in a house that didn't have no balance. You were the evidence of what happens, my pastor said, you the evidence, Chris, of what happened when grace and perseverance have a baby.
That's right.
I'm going to let you use that one. I know you're going to steal that one. You are evidence of what happens when grace and perseverance have a baby.
Yeah, I might steal that. I'm at, but again, I always want to put everything back or shift everything back to the sports angle, and it's like beating it with a dead horse. But nothing that bothers me more than anything else, because I've been on the front line, I've sat in homes,
Yes.
I've talked to parents,
Yes.
I look them in the eye, but one thing I want to say. He is not a pro, but he needs to learn how to be professional. I'm going to say it again. He's not a pro, but we need to teach him how to be professional. And by professional, I mean employable. Everybody wants the same thing. How they just don't know how to get there. See, everybody think you got to be LeBron James to have a big house. That's not true. Just go to Houston. Go to Sierra Plantation. Go to Fall Creek. Go over to Allen Branch, live over that neighborhood in South Dallas. No, you don't. You can have stuff just like them. Now, they may have it a little bit bigger.
Yes.
But what you need all that damn space for anyway? You don't have you want to live in a mall? I'm talking about dudes living in Houston with 3,000-4,000 square feet, living a good life. Yeah. They don't make LeBron's salary. Right. 2-3 car garages.
And a pool.
And a pool on a course. It's not necessary. But you know what kids don't understand? How do you get that? If it's not passed down through your lineage, all you got to do is go to River Oaks. Go to River Oaks. Make a left, make a right, U-turn again. Show me how many of us you see in there. Make a left, make a right, U-turn. GPS. Find black people in River Oaks and just let them search. That thing it'll say buffering, could not match. I'm just telling you, it's the reason why. So my thing is, well, that's a barrier of entry. Well, it ain't a barrier of entry for little Robert. Look what he's doing. Sometimes you gotta learn how to figure it out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I tell people.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm not getting no playing time. Homeboy, figure it out. What you want me to tell you? Coach, hey, man, here's a problem. That dude better than you. What you want me to do? Because I got to be held accountable to his parents, too.
Preach. Hold up, Chris. I got to give you something.
I'll tell you now.
Chris, because I like that one, Chris.
No, seriously. Because when you trying to put a team together, right? I was looking at the bottom line. I love the bottom line. You know what I love about the bottom line? You know the most real thing about the bottom line when they do that stuff scrolling? I love it when they cut people. Oh, he got cut. What he gonna do? I always say to myself, what are you gonna do?
Bottom line is a show. I've never seen it. What is it?
You know the scroll on the bottom line, like the scroll.
The ticker. Okay.
Oh, the ticker.
Okay.
He got cut. That dude got cut. He got released. He back in the G League. He this, he that. And what people don't realize is, because I'm interviewing guys for my radio, for my podcast. You got to. The best part of the podcast is when they say, "Man, when I couldn't play no more, I had to figure life out." I'm like, "Damn, dude, you 32 at that point. What you mean you got to figure it out? Where was the plan? You thought you were gonna play till you 62?" Robert Hatter had the vision for Robert Hatter Jr. Got to have vision. I'm not saying it's gonna always work out.
No, it's not. No, it's not gonna always.
But when you got a starting point, and there's a destination, and then there's a GPS, and you push that button, everybody's situation don't go the same way. It ain't a straight line to it, first of all, right? And so my thing is, are you willing? There is a route to get there. Now, your route, my route to get there is not Robert Hatter's route. It's not.
Right.
But you know, to your point, you know, we sit there and do, well, why he get to ride in the HOV lane? why his car faster than mine? I mean, I'm telling you, man, I used to be that dude on the sideline, that Willie, that whining Willie on the sideline. Well, why we got to do it like that? Hey, man, Robert Hatter got the expertise. So instead of you trying to go and recreate the wheel, how about learn from Robert Hatter and put a different set of rims on that wheel? Instead of trying to put new, you know what I mean? Like, guys don't understand. And so my thing is, we don't respect the people that come before us. At Villanova, you see the thing in the back right there, right? Right?
I see.
You know what the number one slogans of Villanova is? People talk about, I went to the Garden the other night, felt like the old Big East, and dudes were texting me, culture. That was a culture win. Because Syracuse has a culture. Villanova has a culture. There's a culture win, right? Nothing against Syracuse people, because I work with a lot of them in broadcast. But at the end of the day, we have a saying that says we play for those who came before us. That's what we play for. We don't play for ourselves. We play for them dudes that gave us the opportunity to play for what we're playing for right now. And then guess what? 10 years from now, some other kids going to be playing for them. So when you go back, you proud to be a Villanova Wildcat. I tell Jake, thank you for making me proud to be a Wildcat. That's what it's all about. So guess what else? When you in your family dynamic, you live for those who came before you. Your grandfather, your uncle, your people paved the way for you, man, one way or another. But we've lost that, Hatter. We've lost that.
Dude,
we've lost that.
Keep talking. I'm just taking notes. Keep talking.
Dude, I'm just telling you right now, like, again, if people can say whatever they want, think whatever they want.
It's okay.
You know, I'm just talking about the way I look at, you know, through my lens, just being in education from afar as a coach, watching how kids process academics, watching how they process success and life. If I don't make it to the league, I'm not successful. Son, that's not true. This is my dream. Dude, I get it. Dude, I'm sitting here with you. Guess where I'd rather be? Head coach of the Knicks. What are you talking about? You think I'm sitting there saying I'm not successful? You out of your damn mind. I'm successful. But again, what is your spiritual gift? Robert Hatter has a spiritual gift. You know what your destiny is? To find out what your spiritual gift is and fulfill it. Not necessarily to find it out and locate it. Fulfill it. Fulfill it. You, like you said, Hatter, you are put on this earth and designed for a specific thing.
Keep talking. I got something I got to get. Keep talking. One second. Keep talking. I like that.
No, I'm just saying. You're designed for a specific thing. And the question is, how close are you to your destiny and finding that out? Whether it's your kid playing sports. I was in a conversation the other day with some parents. Kid plays soccer, no scholarships available. At a particular university going to, not necessarily because of Title IX, but because in this particular sport, there's 25 kids, only 9 scholarships. So they got to cut everything up. So now you got the parent, again, have means, but upset because, well, you know, it sucks that, again, a woman talking about Title IX. That's one thing I don't touch. Title IX. It is what it is. Like, why are we sitting there having that discussion? I'm one of those guys that believe a woman should get paid the same money if she does a job, right? If she does a job that a man does, they should get paid the same money. You feel me, Hatter? You should not make less because of your gender. That's insane. It's insane to me. Now, because of the way sports works and the economics of it, football is what they call a head count sport. So if you got 85 football players that are on full scholarship, there's got to be 85 women on full scholarship. That's the way it is, which means some of the men's sports get hurt, like baseball and soccer and swimming. That's just what it is. That's the rule. You can complain about it, or have your son go play football then. Have your son go play basketball. They're not changing that.
Chris.
But a woman, again, you got a woman who's upset. A woman, her gender is benefiting from it. Upset because her son is not getting the benefit, which goes to tell you that until it's personal, everybody got an opinion until it's personal. Right or wrong? Everybody got a point until it's personal.
And Chris, what you was mentioning something a minute ago, you was talking about, it was on Line of Purpose. And one of the greatest books I've ever read, 2 great books I read, Understanding Your Potential and The Pursuit of Purpose by Miles Monroe, right? But I got to read this one little stanza to y'all. I'll never forget, this changed my life. It said, the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without a reason. It is dangerous to be alive and not know why you were given life. One of the most frustrating experiences to have is to have time but don't know why. When I heard that long time ago, Chris,
right,
that man, you got time and you don't know your purpose in life. And Chris, I was thinking about this, y'all, about trust and all this kind. Because I'm always a guy of trust, Chris. And Melvin Dews put something on there. He asked you, what made you change from being a Willie? What was the Willie moment? The moment to stop you from being a Willie? That was Melvin Dews. He want to know that. But you can tell him that later. You can tell him that after I finish this. But I'll never forget, Chris. I was in the car. I got in the car. They picked me up from the airport not too long ago, and I wanted to plug my phone up. He let me plug his phone up in his thing, with his plug.
Yeah, right.
But when he plugged it up, that thing came up there and said, ask him, do you trust this device?
Right.
A trusted device. And I said, hold on. A trusted device. I immediately checked my phone cord out. You know why? I'll tell you why, y'all. Because a trusted device has access to my videos, my call log, my contacts, and my content. Not to mention my text messages and my call history, and it immediately appears on this dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
I quickly pulled that thing out. Said, hell no. I didn't know this driver, and I've never been in this car. And my last 5 calls might pop up on that screen, Chris. But what I looked at, Chris, and watching stuff that for many of us, we had plugged into people before finding out whether they can be trusted or not.
Oh, 100%. That's a great analogy. Great analogy.
Because you allow them to plug in. Talking about this basketball community now. They will be able to glean some of your vision, read some of your thoughts, downloaded piece of your heart. Chris, I know some of these kids done broke your heart before they done broke my heart in this summer basketball stuff. When you own your own stuff, nobody can try to bargain with your name. My name is, that's what I always told Robert when he went up to New York. Chris, you're carrying my name, man. If you get in trouble and it's on the news, that's my name too. It's an awesome responsibility. Nobody can hold, listen, your name is the only thing you can carry. Your name and your character is the only thing you can carry from this realm to the next. You can't take no money. You can't take it, but you can be buried with a good name. But Chris, I know it's 2:00, man. I'm
gonna answer Melvin Dews' question.
Okay.
I think this is good for people to because this is the truth. It says, when did you stop being a Willie?
Yeah.
And we have a human nature. You know what it's human nature to do? it's human nature to be jealous.
Yes, it is.
It's human nature. Read the Bible, right? It's human nature to be jealous. It's human nature to pout, you know, and be negative. You know, oh look at she thinks she this, he think he that. Crabs in the bucket. It's human nature, I'm telling you. You gotta, like they say, you gotta fight against principalities. You gotta fight against that stuff. So what I'm saying is, you know, at some point in my life, I'm like, you know what? My life is moving in a slow crawl. Yeah, I'm getting some yeses. It looks like I'm moving, but I'm not a snail, Hatter. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dolphin. I'm a cheetah. It ain't gonna move fast when you think like that, I'm telling you. So you know what I do? I flip life on itself. I'm gonna be the most positive dude in the world. I'm gonna show love to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask hey man, how can I be of service to you? I'm gonna pour into people. I'm gonna turn life, hey man, somebody doing something. Hey man, you know what? Hey man, if that's a personal choice you want to make, God bless you. I hope it work out for you. Instead of going, that old sock. It don't work. Because I ain't carrying that with me. I'm gonna leave all that outside my door.
So you found out it didn't work.
It don't work. And you know what
Love
it's
that.
called? You know what it's called, Hatter?
What?
I got a name for it.
What?
It's called gravity. That's what it's called.
Oh.
It's called gravity. You can't get to the moon.
Right. Come
You know
right
what I'm
back
saying?
down.
You can't get to the moon.
Right.
And I'm a star.
Yeah.
I'm a star. I need to be up there. Okay?
But you all right with me, man. You all right with me.
I need to be up there.
I
'Cause
like
need
that.
to shine.
Chris.
All that negativity ain't nothing but gravity. Will
Okay.
hold you down, bro. Jealousy is gravity. Hate is gravity. Finger pointing is gravity. Being a jerk to people is gravity. I'm just telling you. It's what it is. It's not going to hold me down. And I'm telling you, I used to be that guy walking on the street just like everybody else.
Chris, I got to tell this story, man, before we get out of here. I forgot where I got it from. It was unique. And it might help somebody. And because this is the end of the week. And I'm going to get out of here. Jim is already out of town. Chris, I might sneak up there and you might see me this week. Oh, I had to call you about something. I'm going to call you right after the show. But It was a carpenter, ladies and gentlemen. He was he's getting ready to retire and tells the company he works for that he was finished building houses. He's not going to build anymore. He said they asked him, he said he's done. They asked him to build one more house before he retired. Got me, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
He agrees. And through this process of building the last house, Chris, he began to cut corners, use cheaper materials, doesn't use the same precision in which he used to when he, basically built other homes. When he was done, he gives the keys to his boss and said, "Here you go, I'm done." The boss returns the keys and said, "Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to this company. This home is yours, and we appreciate you." Obviously, had the carpenter known he was building his own house, he wouldn't have cut corners. Ladies and gentlemen, Chop Shop, you are building your house every day, and you don't even know it.
Stop cutting corners.
Stop cutting corners. Stop doing all this crazy. Stop cutting corners. I had to share that with y'all, man.
I love that. That's good. I'm gonna steal that too. You might hear that. You're not gonna get credit though. You might hear that, but you're not gonna get credit.
Y'all see, that's all right. That's all right. Guess what? I did it. Coach. Guess what? You're gonna tell some people that I can't reach. And but Chris, I'm gonna do something right quick. This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to do right now. Give me one good question y'all want to ask Chris Walker right now. Y'all got him Y'all got him on the air right now. Give me. I'm gonna take the best one that I feel that need. Give me a good one now. Elevate it. You got one. One of the shining stars in basketball. He's now in the space where he's commentating. He's not only an analyst on at the games, but he got the versatility to go in the studio and talk about all the games. You know, and I think, let me tell you something. Y'all might I don't know that many people like him. Okay, so y'all might know a whole lot of people like I don't know that many people like him. So I want whatever it is that you want to ask him right now. Do me a favor, y'all got it. And don't forget, some lucky person gonna be able to come on and debate with Chris for 15 minutes. We're gonna work on that. I haven't forgot about y'all. We're gonna work on that. It's just
I want Kevin Freitman. That's who I want.
Oh, well, he's scared of you. He's scared of you. Herb,
your Billingsley. I mean, Kim Jackson.
No. You don't want none of Sonny. You don't want none of Sonny. Huh? Come on, Gary. Give me a better question than that.
Gary, you already know what I'm gonna say, Gary.
Come on, y'all. Come on, Gary.
Come on, Gary.
Give me something better than that, y'all.
What my hat say? This is the Cowboy slogan.
Right? I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on. Hey, yeah. Come on. Yeah, you don't want none of Sonya, though. Sonya a real one.
Hattie, you know what I tell people? They all real till that camera come on them.
Oh.
All real till when they put that camera on you.
Chris.
It's all real till that camera go on you.
That is, Chris. I'm going to put it on the screen so everybody can see it. Hold on. Before you talk, let me put it on the screen.
Why is Memphis so hood?
The question is for Chris, man. Come on, Walter Yates. More I teach you, the dumb I get. But keep going. Come on. Chris, what advice would you give to 20-year-old Chris Walker that you can benefit from now?
Oh, dang. That's a loaded question, boy. You know what? I mean, the one thing I would say is take life more seriously. You to piggyback on what you just said, right? Stop cutting corners. When you're young, you think you're gonna live forever, right? You know, if I knew it, see, people don't understand, especially in the world of finance, you start building wealth in the 40s and 50s, right? But we fall prey to being in the 20s. Man, I just use my 20s to just wild out. Oh, really? Oh, is that what you're gonna do? Because just like Andre Barrett, who played at Seton Hall, was like, hey man, when I was in New York, I thought I was the best player ever. I had never been out of New York. And then one day we went and played down in D.C. and I played against this dude named Juan Dixon that I didn't even know existed, who played at Maryland and won a championship, who's on that show. You know that show, Real Housewives of the Potomac or whatever. What I'm saying is, I didn't realize, 20-year-old Chris Walker didn't realize, hey man, that dude's out there like Little Robert, bro. That's getting busy. You over going to clubs and doing this and doing that and chasing. There's dudes out there trying to get that bread.
And Jim, and Chris, I meant to tell you, the kid is not but 20. He just turned 27 years old, Chris, and he's.
I feel you.
Keep going, but keep going.
But like Andrew says, a lot of people, it's right. They spend their 30s cleaning up their 20s. You know, and you know what you can't get back, Hatter? It's the one precious thing you can't get back.
Time, baby. Time.
Take life seriously, man. And it ain't never too late. If you want to write a book, it ain't too late. Apply yourself.
You can have fun. I don't want them to think you can have fun, but just you got to be.
Just say that.
Yeah. But Chris, I got another one for you. I love you. I love that, Chris. Love that. Got another. Jameson Morrison. He said just a while ago on the show, you committed a freshman not being played, and the decision of the head coach might be to hide him. Oh. He said the head coach might mean to hide the player.
Yeah, read the last part. My question is,
what if the coach started out playing there, and all of a sudden it stopped?
Yeah, I don't understand that question. Yeah,
I don't understand it.
Yeah, you got to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to clean that one up and take them things out. But Chris, you mentioned time, Chris. I love that, man. Uh, you know, Coach. Uh,
I like what Jeremy Davis said. He said, "What's the worst business investment you ever made, and how do you overcome the worst investment?" So the worst investment I ever made is putting my time into something that don't work. Put my time into stuff that leads to nothing. Right. So again, I've started several businesses, but Coach, I don't think you remember when I had that business called Inside Coaches. We were going to be the Facebook, the LinkedIn, the Twitter, the Tinder, the of sports, and we were all those things before they came out. Okay, we were just too far ahead of our time.
hey,
Too far ahead of our time. What's that?
no. Daryl Barnes just said, "How my daughter just turned 27 as an engineer at Google. I need to introduce her to little Robert. I don't like her current boyfriend. Let me tell you
Hey,
something.
yeah, that's smart.
You better introduce her, because if I introduce her, he ain't gonna try. If I do it, he ain't gonna, because he know he got, if I tell everybody tell me that, so Daryl Barnes, I'm gonna figure out a way so you can just let them meet. Because if I got something to do with it, he don't care if it's Beyonce, he ain't gonna talk to her.
Well, I don't
But
know about Beyonce.
Chris, what are you doing to help other young and up-and-coming Black sports analysts? Are you mentoring others? And I know you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people
Yeah.
call me all the time. I actually was looking to start again. It's all life. Life comes back to time. What do you have time, your bandwidth for? And if people are interested, if kids are interested in being on TV, I'm more than. I mean, they would have to reach out to me. I don't have that organization put together. Again, I have only so much bandwidth, and trying to get. But that's something that's in the cards for the future, because we just had our all CBS meeting yesterday. I mean, you're talking like 300 people on the screen, and then you just, the African American, you just start doing this. 1, 2, that's what you do. And then you realize, the reason why things are the way they are. I'm not saying things do anything intentionally. I'm not going there. I'm gonna be political. Put my political hat on for a second. But I'm saying, we're just not interested in that life. So too many of us want to be on the screen and got a problem with it being behind the screen. But let me tell you something. Them people behind the screen make money. That's an industry back there, if you willing to learn it. And so, but being on the screen is very difficult. I want to shout. You know who's doing TV now? Some of the coaches that's pivoted and in their career. Brian Burton. He does Northern Colorado. You can see him. Find him on Twitter.
But you've been mentoring him for a long time.
Yes, and like I told him, I mean, obviously he did the work, and I did mentor him, and he gives me credit for it, but the credit belongs to him.
I know.
For fighting and trying. Pooh Richardson is another one.
Okay.
Pooh is he's doing Tulsa stuff. Okay. And all I do is I encourage them guys. I said, dude, we can do this, but you got to want to do it. It's not easy. Right. Don't let Charles, Shaq, and Kenny make you think it's easy. They don't get paid to be up there and to do what I do. They get paid to get up there and kick it.
Yes.
Them Emmys, they got the best show where you can go kick it.
Yeah.
They got pedigree. They can say whatever they want. Chris Walker can't say whatever he wants.
Right.
Chris Walker got to know everything. Chris Walker can't get up there and say, "Oh boy," he got to say Robert had a junior. Like it's just different, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm okay with that. You know what I like, Hatter? I like more than anything else in the world. People can say what they want. You know what I like? I like when people think I'm smart. I like that. For some reason, it's a drug.
Me too.
Yes. Smart. That guy's intelligent. That guy is wise. That guy's well-read.
Yes.
That guy speaks the king. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I take pride in that.
I really love it.
Because you know what they don't understand? It might be a useless platitude to somebody else, but what they don't understand is I read a lot. I read the thesaurus. I do a whole lot of stuff that you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Watch Doc. I mean, I consume myself.
Me too.
With historical facts.
Me too.
So in my mind, I earned that compliment. I earned that. You know what I mean? Because if he ain't smart, you ain't saying you're not gonna give that. That's not a compliment I just give out very easy. Oh man, he's a nice guy. But
Yeah.
when I say, yo, man, homeboy, that dude right there, that dude's going places. You know it when you see it, Hatter. I'm just telling you. You know it when you see
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Hatter. You meet all them kids. Think about it. When you meet them kids, you interviewing them, right? You interviewing them for the draft and all
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Tell me you don't know when you see me like, ooh, this dude right here different than all them other dudes I seen around.
Dude,
You
when
know
I
when
walk,
you see
hey,
it.
when I walk out to the car, I sit and said, I told you I'd never forget. That was the question, but I got to tell y'all this story. Ronnie Brewer, I can tell that. I ain't never represented. Ronnie Brewer used to play for Arkansas. Dad is Ron Brewer. He played for Arkansas too.
Corey Brewer. Oh, Ron Brewer or
No,
Corey Brewer?
Ronnie Brewer.
Ron
Yeah.
Brewer. Oh, Ron
Yeah.
Brewer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I never forget this, y'all. It's unbelievable. Go to the house interviewing, and we sitting at the table. Man, I'm pouring it on. The mama like this here. She mama ready to sign right now. In the middle of the meeting, we're in the kitchen table. The daddy got up, went to the refrigerator, got him a beer, popped that thing over and came back and sit down to table, start chugging that beer. At the table when we talking business, he couldn't wait. When I left there, the mama looked at him like she wanted to smack boogers out his nose. Mama looked at him like, couldn't you wait a few more damn minutes? I walked and got in the car. I told Kevin, I said, we ain't gonna get him. We ain't gonna get him. Daddy said, F this stuff these talking about. I'm finna go get me a beer. We talking about how we gonna change and help this kid's life. And that's what the daddy did. Yo, Chris, you mentioned something about time. Wasted my damn time. I've had to fly down, wasted my damn time, and I can't get it back. But I want to share y'all, because Chris, you mentioned something about time, and Kobe Bryant said something about time a long time ago that explained a lot of things to me about him. He said, if I had the power to turn back time, he said, I wouldn't use it. He said, because then every moment that you go through means absolutely nothing, because you can always turn it back and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So it loses its flavor and its beauty. When things are final, the moments never come again. Y'all, this man is considered an icon, but I'm going to tell you about what I'm going to tell you about him. I want to give him something. I'm going to give you some about Kobe that you can use. Chris brought it up, how valuable time is. He operated like he knew his time was limited, Chris. He proved the most important thing we have in life is time. Even the end of the day, we know how many shoes you got, Chris. You know how much money you got, Chris. You know how many TVs you got, Chris. But you don't know how much time you got, C-Walk. Kobe respected his time. Look how much he achieved in such a short time. His family looked at him as a man, not an icon. He didn't waste time. I hope that we can benefit half as efficient he was with his time. Think about it, Chris. He died spending time with the people he loved and the people that loved him. He had a beautiful life. Chris, the reason he got the jet, the helicopter, what?
Stay out of traffic.
To save time so he can get back home to take his kids to school. He was mindful of who he spent his time with. Hold up. Let me put that to my people, y'all. He was mindful.
You just didn't see Kobe walking around. That's just you just didn't see him.
He was mindful of who he spent his time with, what he spent his time with, and where he spent his time. You got to realize I was out there for 3 or 4 years out there when Robert Horry was going. Kobe, I never see Kobe out. Everybody else out. He is Hey, y'all, he is defined by how we should spend our time. Instead of trying to get the last word, Chris, he was always working on the next thought. Them 3 years I was around him, when he was on the court, he was always working, Chris, on the next play. Chris, I'm giving you some information about studying. This ain't gonna be on the news, Chris. This is something I picked up on this kid. And sometimes the play had to be modified.
Yeah.
He was always working on the next thought. He applied it to his life, who, what, and where. Who he spent his time with. His contribution to the sport went way above and beyond. Think about this. I am not going to waste my time, Chris, compliment Kobe on his sport activities. I ain't talked about his sport activities yet. Let's use his untimely death, y'all, to remember how he applied himself. The records show it. We should use this as a guideline, Chris. The money didn't make him. You ain't never hear Kobe hollering about how much Kobe made. Go back and think about it, Chris. Nobody discussed his money. All of us, we should use him as a navigation app for our life. We can use his as a navigation app. Install the app in your life, download it, open it up, and properly manage your life like he did. Chris, when I talk to Robert, I talk to my daughter. What you doing with your time? Let's benefit from Kobe's passing. Let's not mourn it, because a lot of people were mourning. He didn't have to get married that young. Mom and them got mad. Got married at a young age. Mom and them stopped speaking to him. We see what Kobe was doing with his time. What are you doing with yours? Chris, everybody, let's apply ourselves, man. You saw that he was doing what he was doing in his life efficiently, appropriately, and with the right people. His time is over, but guess what? Time ain't over. There's been so much, it was an outpour about the passing of Kobe, about his demise. This is a lesson that all we can learn from. Let's apply it, and it changed our life. My question, Chris, how you spending your time?
Yeah. We can end it right there. That's a good way to end.
How you spend life? Kobe Bryant, man. We get out of here. Hey, call you right after the show. Hey, y'all, let's slide down Dino. Chris, you do. You slide down Dino's back.
No, man. No.
And Yabba Dabba do this thing. Hold on, let me find the right button. And we're going to be out of here. What you said at Jimmy Line. We're going to Yabba Dabba do this thing. We out, baby. See y'all later. Hey, watch who you're spending your time with. Chop Shop, we out.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we